Good morning. I'm just sitting around the fire here, enjoying my mug of coffee at this beautiful paddle-in backcountry campsite. And the nice thing about this site, it's only a 15-minute drive from the city of Stratford in southern Ontario. You see, this is the Wildwood Conservation Area, and new this year, they've introduced 3 of these paddle-in sites on the reservoir here. And this is a great opportunity to get out and try this kind of experience if you haven't done it before. And it's certainly closer to home for people who live in this part of the province. You don't have to do those long drives up north to be able to get out and enjoy a little bit of peace and tranquility. Let's check out all the sites. Located on Highway 7, just west of the city of Stratford, is the Wildwood Conservation Area. Managed by the Upper Thames River Conservation Authority, it features almost 500 front country campsites, a swimming pool, a beach, and a marina. But a short paddle down the narrow lake brings you to 3 backcountry campsites. So here at Wildwood Conservation Area, there's a small marina and there's a good facility here for launching. There's a boat launch ramp and there's a dock, so it's really easy to put your canoe or kayak in the water and load it up. And then it's just a simple matter of heading out, paddling down the reservoir until you come to your backcountry campsite. The first, number 502, is an easy 1.5 kilometer paddle from the main dock. This site is perched on a grassy hill with a commanding view of the lake. This wide open site would be a great place for stargazing, and there is plenty of room for at least 3 tents. A central fire pit is surrounded by 2 log benches and a picnic table. All the backcountry sites at Wildwood have an outhouse and a box containing firewood. For this overnight solo trip, I left the canoe at home and instead decided to paddle my small sit-on-top kayak. It was just the right size for me and my minimal amount of gear. These backcountry sites can also be accessed by a walk-in trail system. But as far as water access is concerned, they are strictly paddle-in only. Although motorboats are allowed on this lake, they are not permitted access to these waterside sites. So a canoe or a kayak is your only option. Unfortunately, the boat traffic can be quite busy and noisy at times, especially on weekends. This lake is a popular destination for sailing, fishing, and water skiing. If you don't own a canoe, rentals are available at the park marina at a cost of $20 per night. So that first campsite, number 502, that's the first one you come to after leaving the docks. And it's really, really nice. It's got a great view of the lake. But personally, it's a little open for my liking. I like something a little more secluded, a little more trees. It's my understanding the next site we come to, there's a lot of pine trees there. So let's go check it out. 3 kilometers from the dock brings us to site number 501. This shaded forest location is a sharp contrast to the open, sunny site we last visited. Here, you are surrounded by dozens of tall, white pine trees that almost completely block out the sky. Well, that was site number 501. Really, really nice set back in the trees, very private, very secluded, and being under those towering white pines reminds me so much of northern Ontario. Anyways, there's one more site to check out in this lake. That's number 500, and that's where I'll be camping tonight. At a distance of 3.5 kilometers, site number 500 is the farthest paddle from the main dock, but it's an easy 45-minute paddle to get here. It has a nice view of the lake and a small private beach area. So let's have a closer look at this site. This is site number 500. And like the other sites that we've seen in the lake, we got a central fire pit surrounded by these really nice carved wooden benches, great for sitting around the fire. course, you got a picnic table in the background. What I really like about this site is the privacy. You're set back from the lake, not too far. You can still have a nice view of the lake, but you're under this great big canopy here. These deciduous trees make a really nice roof above your head. These sites actually come with a portable toilet, so there's no thunder boxes, no cat holes to dig. There's actually a porta potty on these sites. So when you check in, they actually give you a key for the toilet here with the site number on there, and it's on this great big piece of wood, I guess, so you don't, accidentally forget to hand it in. Anyways, these are locked up, I guess, just so that it's going to be clean. Not bad for a toilet. Actually, when you check in here, they give you two sets of keys. There's one for the bathroom, and then there's another big chunky set here, and it says wood on it. It's for this container. This is a wood chest, which of course contains firewood. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, several bags of firewood. Nice. And just behind that wood box, just up the hill a bit here, there are several tent pads. You could probably easily put 3 tents on this site, but I've chosen this little one for my tent, so I'm going to go ahead and start setting things up. So, how much will all this cost you? Well, the actual campsite is $38 per night. There is a $13 reservation fee, and firewood can be purchased for $10 per bag. And if you need a canoe, that will set you back $20 per night. Now, that all seems a bit pricey compared to, say, well, a backcountry permit in Algonquin or Killarney Provincial Park. But on a positive note, if you do live nearby, then you are going to save money on gas, and you'll be spending less time sitting behind the wheel.